great. Oh, hey guys!
Hey,
thanks for joining us.
Hola.
We are the Poor Bastards. Hey, tonight we're going to do an episode that we're going to do a technique to our tequila, which is we're going to use Patron on this show. We're going to, well, please explain.
Okay. What we do is with cognacs, armagnacs, brandies, tradition when you're sitting down having a good evening is that you heat up your snifter glass and pour your liqueur in there and swish it around the glass, heat up the glass. The heat of the glass is going to bring out the aroma. It's going to bring out a different kind of taste than if we just have it at room temperature, which is what we're doing right now, is pouring a glass just to have it at room temperature, just to have a distinction, a difference, to see how things taste right now.
Yeah, we're going to compare.
So what we're going to do is we're going to pour some boiling water into each of the snifter glasses, which we're going to do right now. Let the glasses heat up, get really, really hot, swish it around to try to get the heat up toward the rim, and then pour the water out, pour your liquor in there. In this case, we're going to use Patron.
Patron Anejo.
Anejo.
Yep.
Pour it in there, swish it around, smell the aroma, try to get a different taste, a different smell, different feel of the...
Let's see what it does. Let's see if it changes, if it improves it or makes it worse from getting heated into this. So everybody, let's, Patron needs no introduction, This is the Anejo. Let's taste it while, Jeff, you want to pour, please?
Boiling tap water, sir?
Yes, please, sir.
Salute.
Salute, everybody. Let's try our Patron.
Salute. Salute. Salute.
Salud.
Salute. Salute.
Salute, everyone.
Salute. Thank you.
All right, so Patron Anejo, it's got a nice gold straw color to it. Nose. What do you guys think about the nose on the Patron?
Really mild, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. It's not very intense.
Yeah. I can smell the vanilla. Well, and I also tasted it, so I can taste
well,
the Sorry, I kind of jumped
and that's good, yeah. Because the nose, I mean, yeah, there's...
It's smooth on the nose, gentle, smooth on the taste.
Not a lot of alcohol intensity at all when you're smelling it.
So I don't know, I still feel like I do get like a little bit of alcohol when I smell it.
But you could smell it, but it's not as...
well, if I get way in
knock your way, yeah.
Yeah, stick your nose deep inside of that.
When I'm deep in there and I smell...
All right, because Reese is the tequila agave connoisseur. Is this a Highland, Lowland?
This is a Highlands tequila.
A Highlands tequila.
It is a Highlands tequila.
So
the agave should be sweeter. Yeah,
they
have more sugar content in them.
I mean, it's still not a
fairly decent.
It's definitely not a bad tequila. It's just for the price you can get definitely better tequila, but it's not bad.
For this experiment, it's smooth to sip, gentle on the nose. It'd be interesting to see how it changes.
That's a good description. If at all. Gentle on the nose, I like that.
Gentle on the nose.
I don't think any of us have ever tried this method except for Tom.
Well, not with
first with tequila.
Well, definitely. Okay, yeah, none of us with tequila.
I think this may be a first right here.
Yeah, I've never tried this with tequila. I've never seen it done with tequila. I'm sure maybe it's been done in private, but I've never seen anyone do it in public like here. Here's what to do.
The Poor Bastards bring it to you first.
Poor Bastards exclusive.
Nice. Very nice. Right there. Salute to you. But yeah, okay. No, I mean, yeah, Patron, it's not bad.
So look, I'm just going to swish the water around in my glass, try to get it up
as high as we can.
As high as I can to the rim.
Okay.
Typically, you do this with the plate. You were saying, right?
Yeah, and typically what you do is you put a linen cloth over it, and then a plate, and that just keeps all of the heat in it.
Okay.
Ooh, because
it's actually the vapors sometimes that tend to be warmer than the water.
Well, we wouldn't be Poor Bastards if we weren't using cheap little 5-cent napkins. So.
Yeah. Hint, hint.
And your glass is very hot to touch. Don't take this lightly. It will burn you.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys, when you're ready, if you want to start down there, since you have the Patron down by you, Dominic and I will keep ours nice and.
So the technique is to pour it and then out.
We want to pour the water out, and as soon as you pour the tequila in there or brandy, whatever it is, you want to swish it around, and you want to pull the heat out of the glass into the tequila. And then as you're doing that, after you swish it around, just smell it and notice the difference between the room temperature.
It's hot.
It's a little hot.
That bowl is hot on this thing. Anyone in the audience, you guys ever tried this or with any spirit?
Nope. Yep.
No? Yeah. Neither have I.
All right, so I'm going to start swishing it now.
Definitely, that is really hot.
Again, you want to try to get it up as high on the rim as you can. All right, sometimes you want to slow it down as it's swishing because you can get it actually to push up closer to the rim.
Is there a better glass for this? I know, because, we're the poor bastards, that's all we have available.
Trying to really.
Is there a better glass suited to this?
Well, actually, I think a snifter is really good because the idea is that you would never want to pour it higher than the widest part of the glass. Because
These are pretty wide.
Because you want it to breathe. And now that we're using heat, it's going to breathe even more.
Already.
So your glass should be cooling off, well, as you work your way down.
Potato.
You notice a difference right away.
Oh wow!
It's almost like you have two different.
That hits your nose.
Tequilas.
Really,
Can you see that steam?
It's a lot stronger. Definitely, immediately.
I mean, I think that the smell of this has got to be, in a positive way, it's got to be at least 3 or 4 times more pronounced than just the room temperature. I mean, you can just really smell the aroma. It's more pronounced to me. What do you guys think?
Well, the heat of the glass is activating the alcohol definitely, but then it brings out the sugars of what's in the tequila.
I honestly, I don't know. I still like the smell of this one, the one we started with, the room temperature one. I honestly think I like the smell of that one a lot better. I can smell the oak barrel on that one a lot more. With this one, I honestly almost feel that the alcohol is a lot more pronounced.
It burns a little, doesn't it?
Yeah, you immediately feel the burn inside of your nose.
Yeah, the alcohol intensity hits you right away as soon as you breathe in, as it did in that. And I know it's different glassware, but it does immediately hit your
It
nose.
completely changes it.
Like, different flavors are definitely, you can actually taste different flavors. It is a lot sweeter, I feel, when drinking out of this one. But it is definitely extremely strong on the nose after you heat up the glass. Where I feel it almost burns your nostrils, but then you do have a really sweet aftertaste.
A lot sweeter.
Yeah.
It tastes definitely a lot sweeter
And as
on a warmer glass.
As a side note, I mean, the tequila is not hot. It's just,
No.
it's almost lukewarm.
Yeah.
It's almost lukewarm,
Right? That's a good descriptor. It is.
It's
It's
not
barely
room
warm,
temperature.
The glass
So-
cools down significantly with it in there.
Yeah.
To me, the crazy thing about it is I smell less alcohol when smelling this before heating it up.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't burn my nostrils as much, but with this one I taste less alcohol than I do with the original one.
Yep, I agree completely.
It almost like kind of just flip flops it almost.
It's like you want to smell the aroma of this one.
Yeah, and then taste
drink this
the
one.
warm one. Yeah,
That's a.
I'd almost say that it's. I'd almost say anyone out there that thinks tequila could be too strong or too pungent, I'd almost recommend doing it this way. Just really, I wouldn't sniff it too long. It's really strong.
Well, and it could
Get
just
in
be,
your nose.
it could be this particular tequila. It could just be the way that it's.
Does that happen a lot with the
Yeah.
VSOPs and everything that you
Well, I mean,
brandies and
a VSOP or an XO is gonna, it is gonna have a stronger smell to it, but it's definitely gonna, it's not gonna make the taste so harsh. It's gonna make it more fluid. It's gonna make it more presentable.
oh yeah,
It's
this is
gonna be
definitely a lot sweeter. I think it
it's-
does.
it's
It
softer
imparts
on the
different.
palate.
Yeah.
It's a lot
It brings
softer
out
on the
different.
palate.
Definitely brings out different characteristics. I mean, do you think? Would you say that? I've never experienced that before. Do you think that when you pour in a brandy and you heat it up, does it smell more boozy, or does it? I'd say it's almost tenfold the amount that the alcohol is pronounced once you heat up the glass.
Yeah, see, and I think it really depends on the alcohol. I mean, a really, really good. A VSOP, a really good VSOP or an XO is not going to be near as pronounced on the nose when you smell it than just if you were to do a VS.
Okay.
And as far as that tequila and agave goes, that maybe a Blanco may be, quote unquote, a little bit more harsh on the nose than an Anejo or a Reposado. But
I'm glad you said it because I
time will
think
tell,
going
right?
forward, I think we should try a a Repo, a Blanco, and an extra Anejo.
Yeah, definitely
Just
wouldn't
to
be a bad
see.
idea. I mean,
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, to me, it's
Which-
all about the taste, right?
yeah, which one
More
did
than
you
smell? I
Yeah,
mean, if I were to
okay.
vote between the two, the pendulum's
That's
going to
fair.
swing to the taste, right?
Oh, that's fair. I mean, yeah, because ultimately you want to drink this. You don't want to
Yeah.
sit around sniffing it all day. So
Yeah.
Yeah, this one.
It's just
That's
interesting
if
that
that's,
you're.
and if that's if that's all that you're assessing, I'd say ultimately this
one
does it tastes better
It's the same tequila.
than this, but this smells better. I'd say.
I think you're right.
Well, as it sits, I mean, I think everyone's palate's a little different in what your flavor is, and it definitely cools down. So as you're smelling it now, versus when you first put it in, that intensity of alcohol isn't there the same, but it definitely changes the flavor. It's a good experiment to try at home with your favorite spirit. This we chose tequila, and
Yeah, just leave in the comments if you guys want to try anything like this. Let us know what you thought. If you try this with any kind of your spirits, let us know if you think heating up your glass actually opened up your spirit and made it better.
Good points. Yeah, definitely let us know what you tried, what you want to see tried.
Yeah.
If you have something out there you think that we should try on the show that you don't have access to, let us know. We'll try to get on the show and try it. But yeah, good job. Thanks. I mean, it was a great experiment.
Yeah,
I've
thanks,
never done
Tom.
it.
Thanks for
experiment,
introducing
Tom.
us.
Definitely, I think it definitely improved the Patron. Salud.
Salute.
Salute.
It opened up. Salud, guys. Thanks.
Thank
Audience,
you.
thanks.
Pour bastard.
Pour